I'm deadly serious. If you're really on your period, I swear, I won't even touch you forever. But if you're wrong, then don't blame me for the consequences. I'll bring you on our wedding night. Please don't say Vanuji. Show me right now, or I'll check it myself.
He shook his head and reached out to grab the hem of her, saying something. I will give you the last chance to show me yourself. But you didn't listen. What are you doing? Please stop it. She gets tears and hold his grip on her dress. But he doesn't even. His grip on her dress is so strong. Let me do it. He was about to jerk her hand from his hold and lifts the hem of her dress. Then she pushes him away with all the strength to protect herself. He stumbles back slightly and she gets even more scared when his eyes darken and shoot into her soul like he would eat her alive at that moment. Hewlett. He was about to pull her, but she ran away in fear. He didn't run after her, even though she opened the door and tried to escape, because he knew she wouldn't be able to step out of this mansion. It had so much danger, security around it, which one had seen before. Ryan was running to the corridor, and when she saw the ghost, she immediately hid herself behind a table. When they walked away, she ran to the opposite direction, clutching her dress as she trembled. And soon the condo started echoing with him calling her name loudly, sending vibrations all over the mansion. Ryan, whose eyes scanned every inch around him as he walked forward, hunting for his wife. Come out if you don't want punishment, Ryan. He didn't see her near him. He groaned seriously and kicked the table behind him, breaking it. But he didn't feel any pain. He kept moving forward. Meanwhile, Vaughn flinched when she heard him shouting her name and breaking everything in his way. Sweat slid messily from her hair to face. She had never been this scared in her life. She couldn't have more to hide her, pressing her back against the corner of the room. She didn't know what to do or how to disappear from there. Why is he scaring me like this? What have I done to him? She flinched again and covered her ears when she heard some furniture breaking jumble by her. Tears slid from her eyes in fear. I don't know how many more minutes or seconds I can hide. But I only know that I would die if he found me. She was crying, thinking about what would happen if he found her. Soon she heard a knock on the door that made her stop crying in a second. She brushed herself hard against the wall in fear. Is that he? What if Jungkook finds me? No, I won't. No, if I do, he might be. If he checks whether I'm really on my period or not. I shouldn't have agreed to marry him. Dad, please come and save me. She stopped when she heard his mom's voice coming from the other side of the room. Omar, open the door. Was it true? Is that true? Then Morse would be roaming in Omar. Open the door. Wan got up immediately, and when she heard her, feeling safe, but she hissed in pain when her blood hit her sharp beside her. Ignoring the pain, she ran to the door and opened it fearful. Mrs. Joe threw her eyebrows at her as if we were asking a question. What are you doing closing door here instead of staying with your husband? She held her wrist. Come with me. Mrs. John didn't answer. She just took him with her. When Mrs. John was taking Wan back, Pine sat Jungkook already waiting for her, as if he knew she would come back to him anyway.
Next time, if you lose yourself in this mood, she will regret it.
She let go of her wrist and turned back a little. Ron tried to stop her, but Mrs. Shaw, please don't leave. Do you think you can be saved if she stays with us? Ryan's was struck in her throat as she looked at Jungkook. He was gritting his teeth, his gaze digging into her soul. She really thought she could push me away and step for me? When he asked her seriously with his deep voice, she got chills and shook her head. She was trembling and about to go back, but realized the bedroom door was already closed from outside by his mom. She found herself trapped in his gaze as he came toward her. Please don't hurt me. I didn't mean to escape. I was just. She pushed her back, making her slam against the wall. Then he pinned her there by her products. Just what? How dare you push me back? Now see what happens when your husband crosses the line after you disobey him. His grip tightened on her shoulders as he closed the distance. Tears formed in her eyes from fear. Please don't harm. I did nothing to you. You lied to me. Now shut your mouth and take your punishment. She tried to stop him, but just as he was about to button, he stopped before his other hand reached out, seeing her fingers stained with blood. Oh, what is that? His sentence stopped when he realized she was showing him her period blood. With trembling fingers, his first hand's grip loosened, but his eyes stayed sharp on her trembling fingers. When she spoke, he looked into her wet eyes with a sharp gaze. Now I have brought myself to you. Please keep you and don't punish me. She was trembling as she said this. Jungkook didn't say anything but stayed silent for a few seconds. Then hissed in frustration and moved away from her, which made her heart feel relieved from the fear of his actions. If you're really on your beat, then why didn't you show it when I asked you calmly? I'm scared. Scared of what? Scared that you might not believe me or might still force me. Hiding her fingers. He exhaled and ran his fingers through his long hair, while his other hand clutched into her feet. She spoke with a trembling voice. You told me you wouldn't touch me if I'm not lying. Stop recalling what I said. When he heard her, he got annoyed and yelled at her, making her flirt. Seeing her reaction, he rolled his eyes and was about to leave from there. But the bedroom door didn't open, so out of impatience, he kicked the door with a single force and breaking it. Then swallowing her eyes in panic, he left and did not staying there any longer. After that, she pressed her back against the wall and slowly knelt down in despair. That her husband finally left her without touching her again. She felt so much relief. Tears slid from her arm as she looked at her stained fingers, whispering to herself with a shaky voice. Thank God, I got hit by that choke thing on my leg. When Mrs. Strong called her, she was hit by something sharp and her leg started bleeding, but she didn't notice and went with Mrs. Strong. Later, when Mrs. Strong was taking her to the bed, Ryan saw her leg bleeding and thought, what if I use this to my advantage? I just want to go home. I shouldn't want this life with him as his wife. But how can I? He even took my phone. I have only a few days. I need to protect myself from this trip and escape. Why isn't Ryan's phone working? It's been 2 days since I saw her face and talked to her. He hissed and looked silently at Jungkook's home. The security guard saw Mr. Park standing there alone and ran to him. Open the gates. I need to make my door. Sir? He looked confused and not understanding who was talking about. I mean, your boss, Junko. Married my daughter. Her name is Wang. But this is not where the boss goes. He and Ma'am are staying with his mommy. Huh? What? He has no parents. What are you talking about? I'm asking about Joe. I understand you very well. And I'm also talking about my boss, John Junko. When he heard the name John, Mr. Park went blank. He swallowed and couldn't say anything as he was taking on something. That's when he got in and stopped beside him. He looked at the car with a dark face. A few girls came and stood beside the car, and one of them opened the door. When Mrs. Jones stepped out of the car, Mr. Park was surprised and spoke sarcastically. "Oh, madam, long time no see. Where have you been all these years? Did you forget you said you would take revenge on me?" Before he could wait, she said something that shocked him and stopped his sentence. "How could you forget when you destroyed our lives? That's why I target your daughter and make her my daughter-in-law, Mr. Paul." "You did what?" He started in disbelief, just running down his spine as he was even scared to imagine his daughter become her daughter-in-law. Seeing the fear on his face, a smirk appeared on her lips, pride shining in her eyes. She wrinkled her eyebrows at him and while tugging her hair stands staring into his eyes. "I did what I wanted to do to you. Jungkook isn't just an. He is my own son, John Jungkook, the mafia king." Mr. Park's jaw dropped and he held his heart in fear as he stepped back. Mrs. John's eyes started to turn red with anger and pain. "How is my job, Mr. Park? Is it yours turning to Bella?" She mocked him, but Mr. Park spoke with a trembling voice. "Mrs. John, please don't try to harm her. You know she is innocent." "What?" She burst into sarcastic laughter at the way he started begging her. "We haven't even started torturing your daughter properly, and you are already begging me shamelessly? Please, I can't be even if she feels a pinch of sadness. That's how I raise her. Please don't drag her into your revenge. She is innocent." "Of course she is innocent. But did you forget what you said? After destroying everything, you didn't show mercy once and mocked me saying, 'Do whatever you can, and you can't even hurt people or make me shit at you.' I still remember how we fought for justice, but you destroyed everything. You bribed the cops and made them turn against me. Scam me so I couldn't take revenge for what you did to us. Just because I'm poor and you're rich and powerful. Now see, I'm the Mafia King's mom, and you never even imagined a poor mom could be this powerful, right? Now imagine this too. Hamilton won't even spare your daughter to destroy you from your doors, because we know your life is in her. Please, no." Tears rolled in his eyes as he trembled. But when Mrs. John played a video where one was running and hiding in the mansion, Mr. Park was the way one was crying in the corner of the room and trembling made Mr. Park's heart shake. Tears had already fallen in his eyes. He was already crying there. Seeing him, Mrs. John smiled and turned off the phone. "This is what I wanted to see from you. Don't worry about your daughter. My son will make sure to torture her every second for what you have done to us. Please, Mrs. John, don't say that. I'm begging you." "Mrs. John, did you forget how you used to call me old lady, auntie, even?" The way she spoke made Mr. Park tremble as she reminded him of each and every one. Save your tears because you will cry every day whenever you hear how your daughter is being crushed by my son. She was about to turn and get into the car, but he spoke. Please, I want to see my child. She is innocent. Please show mercy on us. Never. The way I bore the pain, you should also feel it through your daughter's pain. The guard opened the car door for her and she get in. He was screaming in pain and still trying to stop her and beg, but the guard pushed him back. Her eyes were getting blurry as one looked at her palms, which were cold and swollen. She had never done house chores in her home, but since she became his wife, they had been making her do all the chores without rest. She even got cuts on her fingers while cutting vegetables, but no one in the whole mansion showed any concern for her. She held back her tears and took ointment to put on her cuts. As she still felt the pain, as she started applying it to her cuts with her swollen fingers, a tear slid from her eye when she recalled her father. He never even let her get a scratch on her skin. That's how he raised her, pampering her. I miss you so much, Dick. I want to come back to you so badly. But there is so much security here that they don't even let me stand near the exterior of the mansion. I thought after marriage my life with Jungkook would be more colorful and beautiful with his love and for me. I shouldn't have fallen for him when he used to show fake concern and care. In these 2 days, I have seen so many dead bodies in the basement. The way he punishes and kills anyone who disappears and gives me shivers. I didn't know how the African would be, but seeing him directly as my husband, I'm scared for my life. Afraid he might kill me like he kills other here every day. She couldn't even see her cuts as her eyes were filled with tears, not knowing Mrs. John was recording her. Vine was sitting on the kitchen floor, crying and whispering to herself. While applying ointment, she cried silently without making a sound. She had no right even to express her pain. Mrs. John saw the video recording and suddenly called Juan's name. Juan flushed and quickly got up and saw Mrs. John coming toward her. What are you doing sitting here instead of doing chores? I completed them and now I'm trying to take a bit rest here. Did Jungkook have dinner? I don't know since he was in the parlor. What kind of wife are you? Not even knowing whether your husband has eaten or not? Go and call him. Vine hesitated, but since Mrs. John was sharing dishes seriously, Vine nodded and left from there. With her trembling hands, she slowly opened the door in fear and saw only a dim light in the hall. She peeked in to see where he was instead of stepping into the room. But since she couldn't say anything clearly, she stepped in and called his name, Jungkook. She waited but didn't hear his response. The silence was too scary for her and she turned to leave. But suddenly his arm wrapped on his chest and forced her back against his chest. She was about to scream in fear, but he slammed the door shut and spun her to face him with no gap between them. She curved as his hungry eyes stood into hers with "Miss me?" He asked her while caressing her front temple to her chin, which made her uncomfortable. She turned her face away, reluctant to feel his touch, as the strong smell of alcohol was coming from him. Her response made him serious, and he kept her chin harshly and forcing her to look at him. You have to let go. You think your consent matters to me? I dare you. If one more word comes out of your brain, I'll take it in the way you will remember with disgust every day. As he said this while pressing down, a tear slid from her eye in helpless. His grip on her chin shifted and he caressed her cheek gently, wiping tears with his thumb. As he leaned over her, making her face with fear. Don't waste your tears. I haven't even started it, baby. He brushed his lips lightly against her as he whispered to her. She got goosebumps when she felt his other hand placed on her. She tried to move, but his grip on her tightened, and she spoke in a trembling voice when she felt his hand sliding down. Please keep your home, Jungkook. She placed her palms on his chest as if she protected herself from me, even though she knew that he decided. When God couldn't stop him, feeling her hands on him, he raised his eyebrows and glanced at her. What? He asked so innocently as if he really didn't know, while one's eyes filled with more tears. Please, you said you didn't even touch me for one more. If I was here, I'm a baby. Hearing her stammered, he chuckled and spoke as if mocking her. And what if you don't keep my word? When she hugged him, her eyes widened in shock. So, does that mean he won't even keep his word? Please don't say that, Jungkook. I will, because I just want to cross my line with my wife now.